Welcome to the session on splicing operation. I am Neha R. Naik, Telecom instructor under NSQF, placed at Perpetual Sukkot Convent High School, Navelim, Goa. These are the list of the topics which will be covered during this session. What is splicing? When will you splice? Types of splicing. Steps of fusion splicing. Steps of mechanical splicing. Health and safety precautions while performing splicing. So what is splicing? The act of joining two optical fibers together so that the light passes from one fiber to the other is called splicing. And the joint made by joining two ends is called splice. When will you splice? When you need to attach a connector onto an end of the pigtail. When you need to make your cable longer, and if the fiber optic cable is broken, rather than replacing the whole cable, you can join it by splicing. Types of splicing. There are two types of splicing, fusion splicing and mechanical splicing. Now first we'll see what is fusion splicing. Fusion splicing is a permanent connection of two optical fibers which are joined or welded together with an electric arc. It provides the lowest loss, less reflectance, strongest and most reliable joint between two fibers. That is why this is the most widely used method of fiber optic splicing. Now, before discussing the steps of fusion splicing, let us look at different materials/equipments required to complete fusion splice. We require fusion splicer, fiber stripper, isopropyl alcohol cleaning wipes, cleaver, heat shrink protective sleeve, and the fibers you wish to splice. Step 1. Before you do anything else, remember to insert your protection sleeve onto the fiber. You have to put the sleeve on before you start cleaning or cleaving your fiber. Step 2. Strip the fiber. Using the stripper, remove the outer protective coating of the fiber. The best advice when stripping a fiber is to remove the protective coating in small sections. If you try and remove too much in one go or clamp too hard, you are likely to snap the fiber. Step 3. Clean the fiber. Using isopropyl alcohol wipe, clean the stripped fiber. Once clean, refrain from touching or putting the fiber into contact with any dirt. Step 4. Cleave the fiber. Place the fiber into the cleaver as indicated. Once in position, then close the magnetic panel to hold the fiber in place. Then close the lid of the cleaver and press down the cleaver button. When you open the lid, you will see the cleaved fiber. Now, prepare the second fiber to be spliced. That is, strip the second fiber, clean the fiber with isopropyl alcohol, and cleave the fiber. Step 5. Joining the fibers using fusion splicer. Lift up the magnetic flap and place in your cleaved fiber into the splicing machine. Make sure that the tip of the fiber does not cross the electrodes as shown in the picture. Flip down the magnetic panel to secure it in the place. Once both the cables are in place, close the fusion splicer lead. An image of two fibers tips will be displayed on the screen for you to examine. Of the two pictures shown, the image on the left shows good cleave, that is, the fiber ends are smooth and flat, whereas the picture on the right, the end faces of the fiber are not smooth and they are rough. That is, it, it is a bad cleave. So, in this case, they will require to be recleaved. Once the fibers are in place and properly cleaved, then start the splicing by pressing the appropriate button. You will see the splicing taking place on the screen. Once the splicing has finished, you will hear a beep and screen will display the estimated dB loss as seen in the picture here. For a perfect splice, the dB loss will be 0. Once splicing is done, now carefully remove the fiber. Step 6. Heat shrinking the protective sleeve. Slide the protection sleeve over the splice and carefully place the completed splice onto the heater. Close the heater lid and unit will start to hit the plastic. This will be indicated on your screen. Once the process is complete, then carefully remove it from heater. And here it is, our completed fusion splice. Now let us look at what is mechanical splicing. Mechanical splicing is used to temporarily join the two ends of the optical fibers together. The fibers are aligned and held in place by a self-contained assembly. Commonly, it is performed when fast restoration of fiber cut is needed. Now, before discussing the steps, we'll see what are the different materials/equipments required for mechanical splicing. We require isopropyl alcohol cleaner and wipes, trash can, fiber stripper, mechanical splice unit, fiber cleaver, and the fibers you wish to splice. Step 1. Strip the fiber. Using a stripper, remove the outer protective coating of the fiber. The process of removing the outer protective coating of the fiber is called as stripping. Step 2. Clean the fiber. Using isopropyl alcohol solution and tissue paper, we clean the bare fiber. Step 3. Cleave the fiber. The fiber is placed into the cleaver to cut it with the precision. Now prepare the second fiber to be spliced. That is, the second fiber should be stripped, clean the fiber, and then cleave the fiber. Once both the fibers are ready, we move towards the step 4. That is, mechanically join the fiber. The mechanical splice unit. This is the mechanical splice unit. The first fiber is placed inside it from one end of the unit. Similarly, the second fiber is inserted inside from the other end of the unit. And finally, we have our completed mechanical splice. Now, the very important topic, that is the health and safety. Certain precautions should be taken while working with the fiber optic cable. Remember, you are working with a glass fiber which can crack, and if it does, the pieces are often so small that if it gets into your skin, then you will struggle to see it and remove it. This could lead to an infection and a trip to the hospital. To protect your eyes and hands from any splinters of glass, gloves and safety glasses with side protection are recommended. Also, do not eat or drink while working with fiber optic, as shreds of glasses can get into air and into your food, and drink, if consumed, can cause serious internal injuries. With this, we come to an end of this session. Thank you.